Hello and namaskar, good evening. This is Simran Singh. Welcome to NCERT's live interaction. You all are watching us on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12, or you might also connect with us through our YouTube channel that you all are well aware of. It is NCERT official. It's around 5 PM on your watch, and just after the webinar sessions, we have these special sessions called SAHYOG, where we try to enhance mental well-being of the individual of our students and providing psychosocial support to whosoever watching this session. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic. It's about exam anxiety. Well, this is a feeling that most of the students could relate to, either during the exams or either before the exams or at the time of exam results. So to discuss more about it, we are joined by two experts. Let me introduce them to you. In this conversation, we have with us Dr. Anand Valmiki. Namaskar, sir. A very warm welcome to the session. Sir is a faculty at NERIE, NCERT, has joined in from Shillong. In this session, we are also joined by a practicing counsellor, Dr. Lopamudra Saha. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar.
Welcome to the session. Viewers, through our live interaction, if you have any of the queries, so feel free to reach out to us in the comment section of NCERT official. Besides, you may also note our contact number flashing on your screens. It is 8800440559. And apart from this, if any of your queries, your feedbacks or messages remain unanswered, so you can also write to us at sahyog.ncert@ciet.nic.in. So I am eagerly waiting to know more about exam anxiety, but quickly let's begin with its basic definition or its meaning. Anand sir, would you like to take that question?
Yes. It's stress that children take because of parental anxiety, the anxiety created by the parents. It's a nervousness when you want to perform the best. Everybody wants to perform the best. So I want to reveal three factors within a couple of minutes. That is, one is civilizational factor, where kind of Kaikeyi, number one, Mother Kaikeyi wanted Bharat to be very competitive, number one, and because of that, like Lord Sri Ram was sent to Vanvas. So the examination competitions are very stressful. And a second thing that I want to talk about is massive parental expectations. I want my son, I have one son, I want my son to clear IIT examinations. These kind of pressures create a lot of problem to the students. And the third is personal factors, that they have their own proclivities. Somebody is interested in music, somebody is interested in dance, somebody is interested in aesthetics, somebody is interested in architecture, somebody is interested in home sciences, somebody is interested in various other things. These proclivities, dexterities, abilities of the child are being ignored by parents. This has to be taken care of. But Dr. Lopamudra might continue with this extension of this lecture.
Okay. I want to start with some few potential causes of exam anxiety, and I'll be focusing on the psychological causes. One is fear of failure. This fear of failure is I may fail. This certain fear only makes the student so much anxious about examination. And as sir told, that the pressure of the parents, so the parents are always eager that my ward will be getting this much mark, I have expectation like that. So this expectation and the expectation of the students himself or herself makes gives a fear of failure, provides with the fear of failure. After that, poor testing history. Might be in some of the papers that particular student has already performed bad. So there is a fear that I might again perform bad in that particular subject. So this fear makes the student more anxiety prone than unpreparedness. Sometimes, like for many reasons, maybe they are not unprepared, they are not prepared at all. They are unprepared for their examination. So that also causes anxiety within the children.
Yes, exactly, Dr. Lokmudra.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you for explaining about those psychological factors that impact exam anxiety. Now, sir, when we talk about exam anxiety, particularly there are a lot of challenges, constraints and concerns that are faced by school students. As per the research studies, we would request you to please highlight more about that.
Yeah, we have to go by evidences. We have to go by evidences. The evidence is very simple. Children are unable to the children are unable to capitulate what is exactly happening with them. They are totally driven and they are totally constrained by parental expectations. In such a situation, children have to be very much liberated. Liberation is needed for the children, and they are facing a lot of problems in communicating with the parents, because parents have a lot of expectations about them, and this is the reason why children are not opening with their own parents. Therefore, when we talk about Kaikeyi of in Ramayana, when we talk about Mahabharat, where Yudhishthir and others have been sent away, we have something. India has come up with most valuable. India has come up with most valuable app, that is 12.12 lakh students are part of परीक्षा का चर्चा पे परीक्षा पे चर्चा 2.17 lakh teachers are involved in Pariksha Pe Charcha. 90,700 teachers are involved in Pariksha Pe Charcha. These things have to be taken care of very properly, so that we don't move out of children's perspective. Children's perspective is most important than anybody's else perspective. When children are ready, they are committing suicides because of their lower academic abilities that standardized tests are doing towards them. Yeah. Please,
Yeah.
Dr. Lokmudra.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. You
Yeah.
very rightly explained about this noble initiative, that is Pariksha Pe Charcha, where Prime Minister himself talks to students, go between the students, and they discuss about interesting views and even answers the questions of the students. And a lot of videos are also available on the government sites. And then again, you mentioned about the alarming rates of suicides, basically due to exam phobia or exam stress or anxiety, where we are particularly highlighting this particular aspect, that is exam anxiety. So ma'am, when we talk of exam anxiety, a lot of strategies, or should I say psychological strategies, are required to help students, to rescue them from this menace, and the methods and practices. Anything you would like to suggest from your end to help the students during exam anxiety?
Obviously, but before that, I want to actually focus on the psychological factors,
Sure.
especially because which are affecting the exam anxiety.
Yeah.
One thing is the anxiety itself. The those who are anxious, more anxious, they they are also prone to exam anxiety. The second is self-esteem, and the third is achievement motivation. It has been seen that a study was done on college students by Spielberg in the year 1962. You just imagine that time also there was a problem. Now we say that it's a field of competition, but that time there was no such competition at that time as such it's now. But still that time also the study revealed that 8 out of 138 low anxiety students dropped out of college, and 26, you just see the numbers, 26 out of 129 high anxious students left, and they left because of academic failure. What I said in the beginning, that the one thing is that the fear of failure, this makes the student more anxious. A study done in 2008 found that the students with high exam anxiety trait scores had significantly more anxiety symptoms during exams to those with low scores. If you go for the for self-esteem, there several studies are there who said that high level of exam anxiety is related to low or poor self-esteem. Again, then we go for achievement motivation. Like if the achievement motivation is higher, then the test anxiety is also higher. Again, some has different views. This is that higher the achievement motivation, lower is the exam anxiety. But according to my view, or like I have also done some studies regarding this exam anxiety, I have seen like moderate the students with moderate achievement motivation actually performs very well. A bit of anxiety is actually necessary. If we come to the strategies, I have made one thing very easier. Like you can say that organize yourself. How you will organize yourself? You can organize your time. We have to manage our time before the examination and also during the examination, because the time is also an examination. We have to complete our papers within the stipulated time. So it's very important to organize our time properly during the examination. Then taking while we are actually preparing for our examination, it's very important to take rest, take small breaks when we are exhausted. Like it is not that we will be reading, studying and taking no rest. So it's very important to take proper rest, take proper breaks when we are bored. Then a good study habit, like studying in a time, taking a timetable, it's in a routine manner we should study. This will help us to come out of the anxiety that we cannot perform well, I'm not prepared, like that. And the after class strategies are very important whenever we are like going for the classes, and after that when we are coming back, we should like make the notes properly. We should take the notes properly in the classroom, and we should also actually make this notes in such a way that we can actually prepare for the examination. Then in advance of class is very important. Like whenever we are going to a class, we know that this chapter will be taught in the next day. So it's better if we read it first. So it makes you easier to understand the topic and makes you to prepare better. Then one more important thing is sleep. This is very important. Sometimes like we don't sleep and we go on like reading the whole, studying the whole night, and after that what happens, like when you are going for the examination, then you feel sick or you feel ill. So this is very important to have a proper sleep. And the last but not the least is eat healthy and exercise. You have to eat healthy. We have to take care of our eating habits. Nowadays, like fast food is so much common. So we have to avoid those during our examination. We have to do exercises so that we are we stay healthy. This will actually manage our anxiety. Other than this, if the problem still prevails, then we can take help of counselors. Then we can also take some help of like deep breathing, relaxation techniques, meditation. This can help us to do away with the examination anxiety.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for explaining it in a so detailed manner to all our viewers regarding the strategies that are important, the practices that one must do during the examinations point of view. So we still have 7 minutes left in this session. I have one more important question for you, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like you to please highlight and tell our viewers about the role of parents and teachers. Because whenever it comes to students, parents and teachers, they bear this onus of doing everything perfect in the life of a student and making them feel comfortable even during the examination sessions and also during different points or the different phases of their life. So what is their role? What can a good parent or a good teacher teach the child when they are confronting this kind of stress, that is exam anxiety?
From the parents' angle, I will say that not to stress the children. That is very important, because what happens, like, we have a lot of expectation towards our child, and we always we impose those expectations to them, and that's why what happens, like, they are actually they become very much confused about all these things, like what to do. I want to do this, but my parents doesn't want. My parents do not want to do that I go for this particular field or like that. So we should not impose. As parents, we should actually understand the what the children want. That is very important. We should not actually throw our wishes, impose our wishes towards them. Instead, we should understand what they want. We should talk to them. We should guide accordingly. If not, if you think that no, it's I cannot handle it, you can take the help of expertise. You can also talk with the teachers, because the teachers will be knowing. After parents, the most of the time the students spend with any person is their teachers, right? So teachers are also important, and for teachers, as I'm also teacher, I make it sure that we should not discriminate among our students. That is very much important. What sometimes happens that, see, he is doing so good and you are so worthless. This happens sometimes. We say, but we shouldn't say that. We should maintain, as teachers, we should maintain that we should give equal opportunity, equal importance to every student. Though it's practically it is not always possible, but at least we should not give any negativities, impose any negativities to the students. So in this way we can help the students. And if we, as a teacher, we can, if you observe that this particular child is having such problem, we can actually talk to the child and try to solve the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Parental expectations are too much. Parental expectations are too much. Every parent wants their child to be part of IIT or some medical institution like All India Institute of Medical Sciences. It is not possible for everybody. These expectations are creating trouble to the children, and children are under great pressure to come out of these subjects like science or mathematics. Let them do arts, let them do what their proclivities, their abilities, their capabilities, their dexterities, their skills, depending on that, let children do that. That is my submission.
Thank you so much, sir, for adding to that. As we are approaching towards the end of this session, I would like to have concluding remarks from both the panelists. Sir.
My submission is only 3 points, civilizational points, such as
Yeah, sir. I might think there's some technical glitch, but no issues. We can again move towards our practicing counselor. Rupa Mudra ji has joined us within this session. Ma'am, we are left by the last 3 minutes in this session. I would like to have a quick response from your end. Any concluding remarks for all our viewers?
Okay, I may conclude that actually a bit of anxiety is important. Like for me also, now I'm actually delivering a lecture or like I'm discussing something, a bit of anxiety is within myself also, and this is important. If you do not have a bit of anxiety, then like you will have no interest in doing anything. So a bit of anxiety is necessary, but if this is it goes on increasing, then we must take help of our parents, our teachers. We must talk to our elders so that we can come out of this situation. But I will tell that a bit of anxiety is actually important. Or without anxiety, it becomes like what to say,
Could we call it
numb.
positive anxiety?
Yeah, we can call it positive anxiety, which will make you, which will actually boost you up. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Well, we still have 2 minutes left. I would like to share an anecdote with our viewers. When I used to study, there were some friends of mine who, what they did, they didn't study for the entire year. And when we are approaching towards the examinations, they used to take out their books one night before the exam. And one of my friend even got late for the examination. Ma'am, do you have anything to add with that?
Okay, this happens last minute. What happens, like, this is what I said, a bit of anxiety is important. Whenever you are like, you don't have any anxiety, then you will not read, right? You will not study. But that I have to pass the examination, I have to go through the examination, then you will read. That is the thing that like we do last minute preparation actually. This is the main thing. We also do sometimes, if you do not have that much time, then that time we go for last minute preparation. But it's better if we prepare from the very beginning. This is very important. Systematic way of studying is very important for the students. That will actually help us to come out of the examination anxiety at least.
Sure.
Other than like anyone can be prone to anxiety, that is other thing. But for it's very important that you should be prepared. You should not be unprepared.
As Dr. Anand also mentioned just in the beginning of the session, that consistency remains the key aspect when you are preparing for your examination. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us in this session and explaining us about different aspects related to exam anxiety. Thank you. In this session, we also had Dr. Anand Valmiki. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this session. Viewers, I think this session has turned out really productive for you, because some of our viewers have also commented in the comment section that the session is really informative. So thank you so much, and with that, I will have to wrap this particular session of SAHYOG. Stay connected to NCRT. Namaskar.